we put relationships or people on pedestals, sometimes without even like meaning to. And then when something doesn't go as you expect in their life, like you don't
You're
really
like
know what they're going through.
right?
Yeah, you're like disappointed, or you're like so shocked, like which things don't shock me.
Opposite for me. I get shocked because we only see the good.
Hey. Welcome back to Two Little Wine Podcast with Ashley
and Jada. Cheers. Cheers. You clicking before I'm clicking.
With the mic first.
Oh, this is crack. Today's sponsored by Trader Joe's. No, I'm joking. I wish. We're drinking sparkling guava today.
Yeah, it does. It tastes just like the little candies.
Exactly like the candies.
It does. Yes.
I'm obsessed.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm in my summer class already. And I know,
Crazy.
I literally started like a week after school ended. But I don't know if it's because I was on the high of like finishing school or because my professor's like really good right now. Everything is so smooth. So smooth, so good. I'm getting my life back together. I've been working out, getting like my mind right. It feels good. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like a good adrenaline that I'm getting. Maybe energy. Maybe life. How about you?
That's good. I've been good. Yeah, I've been like super social lately. I feel like that's been a thing. But my allergies are
kicking your booty.
Yes, really.
I think that you should probably, if it lingers though, go get checked because I thought it was allergies too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it just got worse like this past, like the last.
Well,
like,
there's like
3 or 4
mad
days.
pollen outside.
Yeah.
So.
We'll see.
You know that it's supposed to be 80 degrees, 87 degrees on Wednesday?
Oh, tomorrow?
No. I forget it's Tuesday. Next Wednesday.
Oh, wow. I mean, I believe it.
87.
Yeah,
it's not summer yet though.
No, but I feel like usually by this point we're having like warm days. It's just been weirdly cold.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
I'm not here for it. I've been here for the drama this weekend though with the celebrities.
Oh, go ahead. What are we gonna talk about?
So today's episode, we're talking about relationships. I guess not only celebrity relationships, right? But I don't know how we perceive them. How would you describe it?
Yeah, so like, I think mostly relationships are couples, people in
The
media
spotlight.
who have some sort of like platform and audience, who watch them and they're like
have an opinion.
Relationships.
Yeah. Because I feel like over the weekend it was like Nazanin Kavari and Mel Wade. I think that's his last name.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, if you're OG, like you've been following her forever since she was doing like her makeup as a teenager on YouTube.
Like, she started YouTube like at 14.
Yeah, when YouTube when YouTube wasn't even a thing, I feel like, or when we first started. And then Justin Bieber on stage with SZA acting a fool. It was good though. It was cute. Who else? Who else is in the spotlight right now? Have you watched The Secret Life of Mormon Wives?
No.
Oh, that's gonna be a whole episode on itself. It's like, it's literally a group of like 8 girls, and they're all married. They're in the Mormon religion, but they're all like, some of them are swingers, some of them are not. It's messy relationships.
Okay.
It's just a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah. Over the weekend though, as I'm like listening to everything, I'm like, damn, I'm not invested. I don't want to say I'm invested, but it makes me have an opinion about how I view relationships. And then
like relationships in your personal life.
Yeah.
Okay.
How I view relationships
like
in general.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like I find myself, I don't want to say judgy because I'm not judgy. I'm just nosy. But it's like, there's these, especially with like the Nas and Mel, there's like teams. It's like team Nas
let's back
and
it
team
up a
Mel.
little bit.
Okay, right? Because
So-
I'm just like word vomit.
If you've been following Nas for a long time, she started her career literally like at 14. She was getting like brand deals. She was very well established. And then she started dating Mel around, I want to say they were like 19 or something.
Yeah, they weren't even 20 yet.
Like that. Like, yeah, she was really young. They ended up getting married. They have 3 kids. Like, they have a house, all this stuff. But when they started dating at 19. He's a little bit older than her, but she's like well established in her career at this point, and he is not.
Yeah.
So that was something that she had shared. Like somebody posted a clip of like an old video.
Yeah, people were asking about the relationship back in the day, and they were talking about it. Yeah, because people were like, "Oh, he's just with you for your clout or your money," and he was like, "I didn't even know that she was a YouTuber. Like, I didn't even know that she was well established." So yeah.
So then that's that, and then over the weekend, maybe like Friday or something like that, she posted on her story like, "We've been separated for like over a year, and like all this stuff." Basically like talking about their relationship,
but then deleted it very quickly. But the internet is quick, and they screenshot quick. I got it from my sister. She was like, "Oh my god." I was like, "Nah, it's not real."
And then like a couple of days later, she did post like, I did
yesterday.
Post that. Yeah, it was a couple of days after after the screenshot or whatever, and confirming that things have been going on in their relationship or whatever. So that's that background story of them.
Yeah. What?
I just think that for me in relationships, things don't surprise me. Like, how can I say? Like, yes, surprise me. Like, oh snap, I wasn't expecting that. I thought things were good between them, but not super shocking, because I feel like we put relationships or people on pedestals, sometimes without even like meaning to. And then when something doesn't go as you expect in their life, like you don't really know what they're going through.
Right.
Yeah, you're like disappointed, or you're like so shocked, like, oh, which things don't shock me.
Opposite for me. I get shocked because we only see the good. I think it's like so interesting. Everybody has, a right to their privacy. But when you're like when you're putting it out to the public, of course you're gonna be shocked if it's like, if you feel like you've been lied to. I'm just speaking for people that they're like, "Damn, y'all been lying to us for a year." I don't care. But when you're putting this picture out that like you're a perfect couple and all this stuff, and then out of nowhere you get that and then take it back, I don't know. I do get surprised, because I'm like, holy shit. Because in my head, I feel like I'm so naive, and when I see, like, I take things for what they are. Whether the same, right now we're talking about like influencers and celebrities, but even like people in real life, like whatever I see that they post, I'm like, oh, okay, happy life. So then I just
shocked. Don't think that that's like,
it's not realistic. No,
because
but
if you even just think about like in any relationships that you have, whether it's with a partner, your siblings, your family, how many times haven't you put on a front when you go out to the public? It's the same thing.
Absolutely.
And that is normal. I think it's wild for us to think that because they post a happy video, that is like a 2, 3, even if it's a 30-minute video of their life.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much more that goes into it.
Right, but I feel like it's so, like you're forming a narrative. I mean, for them, it's probably because they have like, they make money off of the family picture. But I don't know.
I don't think that that's necessarily fair to say. Like, yes, they, if you post lifestyle content, you're monetizing off of like your family, right? Like what you're posting out there. And for some people, yeah, like maybe that is something that they do. That's their narrative. But like, I think at the end of the day, we're humans, and you want your relationship to
look good,
to be good. Not even necessarily like look good. At the end of the day, if you're fighting for your relationship, like, it's like, who cares what the world thinks? You know what I mean?
I agree. That shit still shocks me. I almost like expect, like, if you're gonna be an influencer or be in front of the camera, show us everything.
No, I don't think that we have the right to that.
That's true. We don't. That's
especially when people like, she started as literally a makeup YouTuber. Like that is all she did. And then slowly as she got older, like she started sharing other little pieces. And I think when you start sharing a little bit, then the internet starts to feel entitled to more. And when you're making content and like people are liking it, right? Like that's what you want. You want people to enjoy the content that you're making, and you notice, oh, they're liking the lifestyle content that I make. Let me make more of that content, right? That's only what makes sense. but you still have to have some sense of boundaries.
Oh,
And
of
then
course.
I just find it wild. Like if you look through the comments
People
of
are
some of these
coming
things,
at them.
and I just feel like you would never go up to this person and say it in their face.
In real life.
Like you would never
Like
walk up to somebody
internet
and say
bullies
that.
for sure.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
it's weird. It's weird to me.
It's weird that like I'm gonna sound like I'm backtracking with what I say. It's weird that people care so much, even though like, so for example, I want to know what's going on, right? But I don't feel entitled to it, or I don't feel like angry about it. Like these people are angry.
Yeah.
And it made me think about, I was like scrolling, because now that's just my feed on YouTube. And then Monet comes up with her mans. And the literal title of it is like, if you hate love, don't watch this video. And it was
Yeah.
like their anniversary recap or something like that. Like, that's sad. That's sad that that's a thing. I feel like I'm constantly thinking about that. Like, so many people want, I guess if you're in the forefront, like showing all these good things, it's like that's all you can show. Because if not, people are gonna obliterate you. They're gonna obliterate you anyway.
Well, yeah, people will take something and run with it. And like, that's what I mean with like, you get a little clip, people run with that.
Oh, yeah.
So like, recently with him like buying that house in Texas and like all this stuff. And he says, oh, I'm doing this, like my house or this or that. And then when she goes on, she's like, oh, our bar, our gym or whatever. I'm like, people are so caught up in those nuances. Like, I just don't think that it matters. I don't think that we need to be calling people out like that in that way, because this is something that I have to say. You will not tell your friend to leave her dusty man who's really like cheating on her, doing this, doing that, straight up disrespecting her, but you're gonna go on the internet and tell somebody else.
Bully,
like,
yeah. I mean, the friend could do that and do that too. Like the person can do both.
They could, but they probably do not.
Probably won't. Yeah.
Yeah, like you get, when you're on the internet and when you are posting a comment, like people get some air underneath their wings and they're like, oh, let me really like say something. You know what I mean?
It's so interesting how much it's like relationships are a focal point right now, because like back in the day it wasn't like we didn't have this media to be like, all right, this is what the perfect couple is. So everybody was just living their own life. I feel like that shit gives me anxiety seeing it for people like that.
Yeah, like seeing people's relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that then that goes back to like, we're idolizing relationships, idolizing people. Like, oh, so cute that this whatever. When I think about, I was literally thinking about, I was doing flowers the other day and I was like, oh, Jalen needs to bring back the flower boy era.
Oh yeah,
'cause that's how we all started. So I'm like, you know, you'll see that like, oh my God, that is so cute. Cool, you could think that, you could say that. But then to feel like,
no, you have a bad partner or shitty partner if they're not doing these things that they're seeing. Yeah.
Yes, that you're seeing all these other people when, like, again, it is a highlight reel. Social media is a highlight reel. Even in people's vulnerability, like, they're still not delving to show you they're probably still not showing you everything. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not easy to go on the internet and tell people like what you're going through.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage. And then when you do it, and then you got people in your comments like
going crazy.
It's just, yeah, like then
it's a tough place to live in.
Yeah.
Like drama.
Yeah. But it also makes me think about like when people are like, oh, another comment that I've been seeing is like, oh, if they break up, I don't believe in love anymore.
Yeah.
But it's again.
But then now people are also like throwing narratives out there that like she just got her papers and she was just with him for. Stop.
Yes.
They're also saying that Justin Bieber is like on drugs. That's like totally separate. When he was singing with SZA.
Yes, I saw the clips that they were like,
he got
clearly
that
on one. And
I don't know. I just think that like all of that popped into my head and I'm like, wow, do you get influenced by stuff like that? Or, I mean, clearly we're talking about it, right?
Right.
So it's something that we're thinking about, maybe not necessarily on purpose, but like it's in our face. And it makes me, I don't think I act differently in my relationships per se, like in real life, but I am influenced by some of these things. And it's kind of not sad. I think it's sad a little bit. or it's just
that you're
interesting.
influenced by, like to be influenced by stuff.
Yeah.
I think that it's sad. To me, it's sad if you're like influenced and then looking at your life as like bad.
Like less than.
Yeah, because I don't have these things or whatever.
I think of it the way that my sad is would be like, I wouldn't be thinking about a relationship in this way if I didn't see it go down. Does that make sense? Almost like ignorance is bliss. Like now I'm thinking about everything.
Yeah. I know what you mean. But the other part that I think is sad is that like people think that these people don't have regular relationship problems. Like, you know what I mean? Like just because they're in the spotlight or just because they don't post that. Like every single relationship has problems. People don't make it 30, 40 years married without
what a
like,
perfect
like, and I think it has to be a reminder to consumers that everybody is a human being.
And the fact that people have to say that.
Yeah. Everyone is human. They go through the same regular problems. So like, you hate that your man leaves his laundry in the middle of the floor. Guess what? She probably maybe deals with the same thing. Like, or when they're like, oh, if Beyonce got cheated on, like what? It doesn't matter. Like she's just human.
Yeah.
And their relationship is just like anyone else can like step out on their partner. So can Jay-Z.
Do you feel like, have you ever heard of, it's kind of like a saying that like don't publicize your relationship because, you know, the evil eye or whatever, like people will like bring negativity onto your relationship. Do you believe in that?
I don't know. Because I think that like jealousy and envy is a real thing. And so, yeah, I guess so. But not necessarily only for relationships. I think that can be in general. Sometimes I don't even think that people, it's like on purpose. Like this envy or jealousy that people feel, like I don't even think it's like an intentional thing or like a conscious thing. You know what I mean? Because everyone wants, I mean, naturally, like human nature, like you want a partner, and nobody necessarily would really truly want like somebody that doesn't treat them well, right? So
unless you're trauma bonded.
Yeah, but I don't think that you still, I don't think you want that. Like I think you think that that's just what you deserve or that's what you can have. So yeah.
So it made me think about, Secret Life of Mormon Wives. There's this, the like main character of them. They went viral because I guess she was going through a divorce, and she just pretty much aired out the group saying like they were swingers, and like all the girls like kind of like cut her off and attacking her and all this stuff. But like in the show, like you see her being so open about like every relationship and like being almost like torn to pieces by people like just judging her. But she's so vulnerable and saying like, yeah, I fucked up. I did this wrong. I did that wrong. I'm trying to be loved. I'm in a trauma bonded relationship right now. It's just so interesting to see like that full dynamic while being open.
Yeah. I don't know the show at all, but like, I think it's okay to do that for yourself. But if you're like airing other people out, like that's where to me is like, ooh, like that's not really cool. You can share your experience. You could say that you're in a trauma bonded relationship. You could say that you are swing this way or that way or whatever. But why do you have to say anything about anybody else?
Yeah, it's definitely toxic.
Yeah. And then thinking about like a friend, like, well, I wouldn't want that as a friend.
Ooh, it's so bad. You have to watch it and we have to talk about it. Because it's so deep.
The list of shows from you to tell me to watch is long.
It's so bad because like I love drama, but not in real life. And it's so bad because we're talking about these people and they are real life people with going through these real things. Yeah. It's just the idea of it feeling like it's not real fucks with me.
But it feels like it's not real to you because it doesn't affect us. Like, you know what I mean? Like these are people. So I think part of me is always like, that's why I have to constantly remind myself this is just a regular person. And I like to comment on videos and stuff, But literally, like,
Did you
I'm not.
comment?
No,
Oh.
but I'm not because I'm not commenting on anything that I wouldn't say to somebody straight up.
Yeah.
I'm not commenting something like.
No, I thought that you were gonna say right now that you were commenting on the peoples that are like talking junk.
Oh yeah, no, same, because I wouldn't go up to them and be like,
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, like I'm not doing that, but you should shut the fuck up. I'm just not the one to tell you.
It's so interesting to grow up in this is my mind is going to now to like Jersey Shore, and when we grew up, that's what we grew up watching, those toxic relationships, and what have they evolved to now that the kids are like growing up watching.
But they're like that, all those shows, like just like thinking about Jersey Shore, when I think about Sam and Ron,
Oh my god.
that was a piece of time. That was like a few like years in their life, right? Now since then their frontal lobe has developed.
Absolutely.
And they're in totally different places, but like because this has been their work, they kind of, one, they're still connected, and two, everybody knows about all the crazy stuff. Everyone's gonna remember that. Like, yeah. But regular people,
It's so interesting because the people that I named or that we've named in every scenario, they like are just over 25. Like they all just developed their
yeah,
whatever it's called.
yeah.
Except for Justin Bieber. He doesn't know older.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't really want 30.
30.
But I don't even know
You're still so young.
him and performers like that. I don't take any of that seriously because they are there to put on a show.
Yeah. I brought up I'm just saying no, yeah. I'm not saying the performance meant anything about his relationship. It was just interesting to see because a couple weeks back or month, like people always going like off on him about him and Haley not being a real couple.
Oh,
So it's just interesting.
well, keep them
It
guessing.
was all the drama. I be influenced though because I be watching it.
People guessing. But then the Ace Family. Did you ever watch them?
Yes and no. I didn't really follow up with them, but I know that they're divorced and like she has a new boyfriend and like he cheated on her and he has a new girl with a new baby.
Oh, I don't know him.
Oh, maybe I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
but I follow them kind of.
But so I never really followed them like that. I knew who they were, but she wrote a book, and I read a couple of excerpts from her book of like, yeah, I felt like I knew that my marriage was falling apart, like our relationship, we were falling apart, but because we had this public eye on us, right? We were like putting out videos. I'm like, well, if we just make more videos, we'll start to be happy. If people see us being happy, then he'll see like, look, people view us as happy, then we'll keep being happy. Like we start to.
That's toxic.
Yeah.
But I feel like people do that in real life.
Yes.
People say, we have kids, like it's gonna be better for the kids, or they'll make whatever excuse in the book
Absolutely.
to stay with a partner that's not necessarily the best partner for them.
Yeah. And so then like then it ends up coming to a point, right? Because they ended up getting a divorce where she was like, I had like, I don't know, she talks about like a spiritual
awakening and
like that. But point is, everyone gets to their breaking point, right? Of being like, hold up, I'm not happy. This is not changing. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So what do I do? Right? Like you just stay in it and try to put on this picture, or not. And then I think, at least with them, like when I would see their stuff, like little clips and stuff like that, like I would just be like, girl, come on, like stand up. You know what I mean?
Like,
Because at that point,
like you felt like she was being put down.
Yes, at that point for me, it was clear on camera. Like some of the things on camera, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I don't know too much about them, but from what I understand, he wasn't the best partner.
Yeah. And no, like I don't think it's necessarily started like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we just have to remember, and particularly with people in media, even like couples that we idolize like in our lives, right? Like If I think about like my parents, like, oh, like they have been together for all these years and this is so great. Our family, this, that. They're normal people too. They're a normal couple. just
See,
like
I don't know
everybody
what it
else.
is that I just get clouded. Cause even I know people that have been in like long relationships, and just see like you see the face, and you're like, wow, so beautiful, so amazing. Like in my head, I could never think that anything's going wrong, but obviously that's unrealistic. I don't know why my brain does that.
I also just think though that just because they're like a regular couple and they go through normal couple things, like it doesn't necessarily mean that their relationship is bad.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that my head registers like everything's perfect.
Like super perfect, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
My brain just naturally goes there.
yeah.
I don't think about the ins and outs of.
I guess I don't sit into what like think about the ins and outs,
Mhm.
but I can see a couple and be like, oh wow, like they look so nice, they look happy, right? They seem happy. But I'm not like I'm not necessarily thinking like, oh, but I bet they probably argue every night.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking that, but I'm also not thinking like they must not argue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I be thinking that.
Oh, see, like that's
But it's weird. I don't know why. It's weird. That's why it's so interesting how I be so invested. That like, I want to say I'm invested, but I sound crazy, but I'm not. I be so invested in these celebrities.
own it. You're invested. It's a
But I'm like fake invested because like I don't really care. Like it's
right, it
not
doesn't,
killing me at the
like-
end of the day.
yeah, no.
And like people don't need to be mean about it, but I want to know because it's I feel like it's almost like there's like glass to me, and like there's no chips in the glass. So then when I see chips, it's like we are the same.
yeah.
I think I just have to remember that.
Mhm.
It's just a weird thing that my brain does.
Yeah, I think that because like what I'm hearing you saying too, it makes me just think like, well, like nobody is invincible, nobody is, and I know nobody is perfect, and it's just like that reminder of like, oh, everyone is just a human too, no matter what, the lights don't make you any, better or more perfect than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that it can remind us like seeing couples and stuff like that when they, for example, Mel and Nas, they could not be getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Like they can go on and
Fix their
have
marriage.
30
or
years of marriage, like 50, whatever. And people will have things to say about that, but it's like, that's the same thing that your parents went through, that your grandparents went through, or that whomever, like it's regular relationship stuff. Yeah.
It's so interesting. It's very interesting because my brain is still doing it,
Doing
I-
like
like separating the two. Like there's a divide.
yeah. Yeah. I think that that's very common, and that is why people go like have strong feelings about it, or like, and not like feelings that you harbor and that you hold on to, but like initial reactions to stuff of being like, what's like, no way, like, and then people make comments of like, oh, I knew that this was gonna happen, you're too good for him, or same thing, like leave him, he's terrible, or like whatever, like sometimes making things out of nothing or not. But we are all just the
We're
same.
all human. We all make mistakes.
We are the world. We are the you know the song, Michael Jackson.
No, I might have listened to that song today actually, and I think so. On my Pandora. But
A brighter day, so let's start living.
no,
Okay.
no,
I'll
it's
play
okay.
for you after.
Okay.
I don't know. Let us know what you think. Do relationships in the public eye change the way that you view relationships in your life, or like the way that you view people? Like, I don't know. We want to know.
We want to know. I want to know always. I drank all my sparkling guava. Well, follow us on Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube.
at Two Little Wine Podcast.
Thank you for listening.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you next Tuesday.